We're at the halfway stage of Double Gameweek 33, 6 matches played, 6 more to go. But a measly score of 14 points minus 8 has seen yet another drop in rank, down to 74k. There are still 10 players with fixtures remaining, including the 3 premiums in defence. But with Reece James having started FA Cup and Champions League ties with Crystal Palace and Real Madrid respectively in the last week, he looks to be at risk of a 3rd successive cameo in the Premier League. Harvey Barnes was left out of the starting 11 for a 2nd successive league match, after being hauled off at half-time in Leicester's 2nd leg Europa Conference League tie with PSV. You'd expect him to win a recall against Everton, but he'll need a big performance there by the looks of things to keep his place. The Arsenal duo were denied by the heroics of Fraser Forster in goal for Southampton, who made a total of 6 saves, 3 of those from the 2 midfielders. No player in the match created more chances than Saka with 4, or took as many shots as Martinelli with 5. Concerns over Lacazette's availability saw a change to the transfer plan, with Chris Wood reluctantly coming in to replace him. Meanwhile, captain Harry Kane failed to score or assist for the first time in 8 matches, despite creating Tottenham's biggest opportunity of the game, a 0.41 XG chance missed by Steven Bergwijn. So let's take an early look ahead to the transfer plans for Saturday's Double Gameweek 34 deadline. A lot rides on the midweek matches, with Marcos Alonso, Mason Mount and Kai Havertz the main targets. Realistically, only one of them can come in, there's only one free transfer, and funds are tight with just 1.4 million in the bank. Perhaps the most sensible move is to bring in Marcos Alonso, since that would involve selling the injured Lucas Digne. Romain Saiss looks to have lost his place, so currently there are just 3 playing defenders in the squad, and no reliable backups on the bench. Chelsea's left wing-back looks to have worked his way back into Thomas Tuchel's good books, having been handed 3 consecutive starts in all competitions. In 7 league appearances this calendar year, he's averaged 2.96 shots per 90 minutes, trailing only Timo Werner amongst teammates with 3.65. But the more high-ceiling option would be to bring in a Chelsea midfielder for the out-of-favour Harvey Barnes. There's been little between Mount and Havertz over the last 4 matches, since Timo Werner's introduction to the starting 11. They've each had 5 big chance involvements in that time, with Mount earning 37 points and Havertz 27. Mount has found the net in each of his last 3 matches in all competitions, so that would just about give him the edge for me as it stands. Selling Harvey Barnes with back-to-back double game weeks to come could certainly backfire, but he's had a couple of poor games now, while Lookman has taken his chances, and there's the Europa Conference League rotation to be expected, after they advance past PSV. Ultimately, those midweek matches could sway me one way or the other, but at this moment in time, I'm leaning towards selling Barnes. Here's how the team is set to line up. There's a dilemma again between the sticks, after opting for Cancelo rather than Fabian Schär last game week. But Nick Pope was at his best against West Ham, making 5 saves. Maybe he's playing for a move away from Burnley should they be relegated. And so I'm leaning towards giving him the nod. Norwich and Wolves have each scored 5 goals in their last 4 matches, but the Canaries have fashioned more big chances, 8-6. Reece James could continue at centre-back after Thomas Tuchel revealed that it's less physically demanding after his recent return from injury. West Ham have scored just 4 goals in their last 4 matches, only 5 teams have managed fewer. Man United have scored 7 goals in that time, but only Everton have fashioned fewer big chances than their 4. Alexander-Arnold and Cancelo face appetising home matches with Everton and Watford respectively. The Toffees have fashioned a league-low tally of 3 big chances in their last 4 matches, while only Aston Villa and Arsenal have scored fewer goals than Watford, with 3. Salah and Saka are set to keep their places in midfield. Both rank amongst the top 3 midfielders for shots in the last 6 game weeks, with 20 and 18 respectively, while no player across all positions can better Saka's 18 attempted assists. Opting for Mount or Havertz over Alonso would mean having to field Gabriel Martinelli against Man United. But Ralph Rangnick's side have failed to keep a clean sheet in their last 5 game weeks, conceding 10 goals. Only Burnley, Southampton and Watford have shipped more goals per game in that time. Reluctantly, Brozier and Wood are set to keep their places alongside Harry Kane up top. But if the Saints forward gets a second start in Double Gameweek 33 against Burnley, I'll be tempted to bench him here in fear of Ralph Hasenhüttl doing the same. He's gone 8 matches without scoring, and trails Stuart Armstrong, El Yunusi and Adams for expected goals in that time amongst teammates. Chris Wood comes up against an improved Norwich side that have kept 2 clean sheets in their last 4 matches. But despite only conceding 5 goals in that time, they've allowed opponents a total of 9 big chances, with only Wolves and Southampton faring worse. I'm backing Spurs to recover from their blip against Brighton, similar to when they suffered a 1-0 defeat to Burnley in Gameweek 26. They went on to score a league-high 25 goals in the 7 matches that followed. Since the turn of the year, Brentford have conceded 11 goals in 5 matches against the top 6 teams, with only Norwich and Leeds shipping more. Mason Mount or Kai Havertz are both likely to be strong captaincy contenders this week, with their double game week, and that's what makes the transfer decision even tougher. If I were to opt for Alonso, in favour of improving the squad depth, the armband would most likely remain on Harry Kane. There might be a case for captaining Reece James if he was rested against Arsenal before the double. The concern with him though would be that he continues to get minutes at centre-back. But providing a Chelsea midfielder comes in, that's where I'll likely be going with captaincy.